There was a lot of new information that came out on the Trailblazer League yesterday in the latest modcast. I'm going to go over that here. So the tasks and relics are going to be released 2 hours prior to the launch on the Old School Runescape wiki. Hey everyone, VJohnnyC here with another Old School Runescape video. Today I bring you some Trailblazer League updates from the latest modcast. Stick with me to the end because there is a new relic revealed. We'll go over that and discuss that, as well as a lot of new high resolution images that have come out on the relic. This is going to be a quick as possible video, so every minute and every second counts. If you want to stay on top of the latest Old School Runescape Trailblazer content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am uploading very frequently. The timeline is going to go like this. Around 10 a.m. British Standard Time, there's going to be a game update, which is about 4 a.m. Central Standard Time here in Texas. At 10:30 a.m., the world should be back online with the usual weekly update. Around this time, realistically, probably 30 minutes prior to the 10 a.m. update, the wiki will be updated with tasks and relic information. So that's around 9:30 a.m. At around 11:30, maybe 12 noon British Standard Time, the League Worlds will then be online. We'll know more about the actual start time of the Worlds on the day of the League release. So what this means is instead of the 30-minute prep time that we now have 2 hours of prep time, which is great. That means that all the information is going to be available to us in those 2 hours, so we don't have to rush as much for tier 2, tier 3 prep, tasks, and things like that. By the way, I highly recommend that you check out my previous video. That is a template starter guide for the league if you want to get ahead and start planning accordingly now. That's going to give you about your first 30 minutes to an hour of league launch time. In the modcast, there was a new relic revealed called Equilibrium.
This relic is called Equilibrium, so hence the scale. Each time you gain XP, you gain additional XP equal to 10% of your total level, and additional XP given by this relic is not multiplied by the multipliers.
Effectively, each time you gain experience, you'll gain 10% of your total level in addition to that experience. So every XP tick that you get, for example, barbarian fishing, you'll get 10 times your total level experience in strength, fishing, and agility. And if you have endless harvest, you will get double that. It has been confirmed that the desert has approximately 10% less points available to it than the next region to it. Also, Wooks does have a GitHub. The link will be in the description for his Trailblazer League steps. I highly recommend you take a look at those if you are doing your prep and planning. ModHusky has confirmed teleport interface locations, and they are as followed. They are unlimited, no cooldown, and they're about the speed of the home teleport. So Misthalin is going to Lumbridge Castle, Desert is going to Al-Kharid Castle, Mauritania is going to the center of Kniphis, Wildy is going to teleport you to the Ferox Enclave, Asgarnia is teleporting you to Falador, Karamja is going to teleport you southeast of the player-owned house portal in Brimhaven, Fremennik is going to teleport you to the center of Relica, Kandarin is going to be east of the Arty Market, Tiranwin is going to be south of the Eternal Crystal teleport spot in Prif. Also, speaking of Prif, the Gauntlet and Volcano do not have skill checks. You can do those as your tier 1 region unlock. So just be aware of that. It is possible, though if you can rush the Gauntlet, if you do have the combat ability to kill Hunleaf, it may actually be worth grinding out and taking. So just food for thought there. Also, it has been confirmed that the tasks do have a 25 million XP cap in any one skill. So be aware, in Twisted League, there was a 200 mil cap. If you reach 200 mil, you got X amount of points. There is only going to be task up to 25 mil in Trailblazer League. Rev Cave changes will affect this league. There is not going to be a 100k fee to get into the Rev Cave tunnels or caves. Any future changes that will come to the main game will also affect Trailblazer League, though they have said if the drop table is nerfed, they will most likely not implement it. If it is buffed, then they will most likely implement the buffs. The Elemental Shield will be purchasable from a Slayer Master, any Slayer Master, and most notably, Modflippy let slip that some of the relics will give you an item.
The vanilla way.
No, you can do
That's-
that with any sort of items that we give to you automatically or that is unlocked through relics.
Nice mini leak there, Flippy.
Now, what that means is something similar to what we expected. For example, the utility tier of relics do have the possibility of giving you items. So things like the second inventory or looting bag or things like that are definitely possible. So I will be live streaming the theory crafting and prep once those things do drop. So 2 hours, 3 hours before league launch, I will be streaming. You can check me out at twitch.tv/VJohnnyC. I will have the link in the description. If you don't mind, drop me a follow, and I will be live streaming my first week or so in Trailblazer League. Let's talk about equilibrium a little bit. Considering it does give you 10% of your total level as additional experience per actionable XP drop. It's going to have pretty good uses out there, but realistically, it's a tier 5 relic. So by then you're already pretty far along in your leveling that, bonus experience isn't going to be necessarily super great. And also you are getting 16 times experience. So is it actually worth taking a XP based relic like that where it's additive and not multiplicative? It's kind of hard in my mind to justify ditching the other relics, and we don't know what the other tier 5 relics are. They could be terrible. But don't get me wrong, equilibrium does have its uses, but I just don't see it being stronger than the other two. Now again, we won't know until 2 hours prior to the league release what the other relics are. So just something to think about there is maybe don't bank on taking equilibrium and be open to the reception of other relics. Now I know we want to formulate plans and kind of plan ahead as much as possible, but be open to different regions or changing your plan on the fly, because we don't know what the meta is. The meta isn't created yet. Like we have this idea, but it's not set in stone yet. So until those tasks are released, until those relics are actually released, be prepared to change on the fly, watch streams, check out what other people doing, because that way you can actually see what areas are going to be most populated. So maybe you don't want to do those things. Maybe you don't want to compete with resources or compete for resources going to be beneficial to you, to everyone, to path out, right? And take different routes. Anyways, thanks for watching today's video. That's all I got for y'all today. Stay tuned for more Old School Runescape Trailblazer videos. Drop me a subscribe. Leave me a comment with what you guys are thinking for the new upcoming league with this new information here. If you guys were going desert, are you thinking about switching? And if you guys were going for desert, actually, I want to know, were you guys picking desert for the points, the ease of getting points? Just something to think about too. Desert will be probably the easiest points to get at the higher tier. So maybe it's still worth taking.